everything moved in for my house. But hope y'all had a wonderful trading week. For me, real quick before I go into all that, I took a break today or this week on trading. I did do a few trades. I shorted gold. I think I bought UJ and then I sold GCAD. And that's kind of random. Like, that was so unprepared, completely against my strategy. But as a trader, day to day, you've got to understand that the market changes every single day. That your one strategy, if it's been consistent for you for 6 months or a year, that one day could wipe everything, and then you're going to be back on YouTube searching how to trade and all this crap. So, anyways, for trading, I'm going to just go through my 3 personal books that helped me. Biggest one, I'll say this, and these are like, I want to say I got these on Amazon a few years ago for, I don't know, 30 or 40 bucks. Might be more now, I don't know, but Naked Forex. This right here is what is the godfather to my strategy. I won't even say it's my strategy. I would say just clean charts, 0 indicators, no fluff, no nonsense, and not going against y'all's strategies. I know a lot of people like to use the Fibonacci's and the moving averages and all that stuff, but for me it doesn't work, and I know I've been consistent with it enough to give that bias on it. But Naked Forex, number 1 for just clean charts, and it'll help you a lot. This book's a lot on just expecting not necessarily the emotions, but how the market reacts and how you should react and remove your emotions from it. That's all with trading. Now, the psychological, and these 2 books kind of go hand in hand, but I'll just start with this one. And obviously, it's in the title, Power of Positive Thinking. This is basically, and here I'll show you this one as well. Don't believe everything you think, Power of Positive Thinking. So kind of, like I said, hand in hand, but this goes for, and I know you've all experienced this if you've been trading for at least 3 to 4 months, but let's say you were doing well, you had some great trades, and then for out of the blue, out of nowhere, you had a full week of losses, blew your account. I think I can relate to this a lot and say that when we experience losses, and this is not in trading, this is with anything, whether it's your wife, husband, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, dog, that emotional attachment with, again, to trading, whatever it is, it's hard. It's a huge hurdle to get past. And with trading, it's detrimental. Like if you're having an argument, or if you're having a rough day, if you wake up and you didn't get enough rest, and then you're expecting to go into the market, and not every day, I'm just saying, you're expecting to go into the market and thinking that you're going to have a profitable day, 9 times out of 10, your energy of that negative mindset or that just emotional whatever happened is going to broadcast onto your trading. 9 times out of 10, guaranteed. And that's just, I'm telling you from personal experience. I lost, I think, my 3rd account after I'd cashed out my 401k. I don't know, I'm sorry, y'all, there's a little fly going around here or something. But my 3rd account, I lost well over, it was like 460,000. Took me 4 months to recover from that. Like, I went out LTI on my job. I was suicidal. I was completely depressed. Thankfully, again, I told y'all this, on one of my first lives. Thankfully, I had a support group, which was my ex-wife and my children and my family, that. But for me, I had never experienced that type of loss before. So, what helped me get through that? Obviously, my family. But again, just get these 2 books. And I didn't bring my most important, which is the Bible. Number one always will be my relationship with God. That helps me with everything. But just wanted to go over those real quick just to help y'all with trading. If you are in a little rough spot, or if you've been blowing challenges and you're just in that mindset of, oh, pity me, like, what am I going to do? I don't have any more money, You got to just break and shift away from that mindset. All right, so now let's jump in. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and we will go into the charts. I appreciate y'all listening to my little stories there. All right, so jumping right in on XAU USD. Like I said, I am in this sell now, and I will real quick show y'all. I'm selling gold, buying UJ and GBP CHF. There it is right there. Beautiful trades. But so gold, you guys already know my bias was on buys earlier in the week, and even last week. Right here is where the FOMC come out, completely shifted the US dollar, and there was a lot more fundamentals that changed, that caused this chaos with the market. But as you can see, kind of wiped out the bullish momentum with gold. And when that happens, all you got to do is shift your mindset. That's how it works. We're looking for buys. Market doesn't agree. Market goes into sales. You want to go with the trend. You don't want to trade against the trend. So as you can see, price broke through my level here. I see prices playing around, throwing a little bit of wicks on the higher time frame. We can go to the smaller time frame and just see a little bit clear indication on what the candlesticks are trying to tell us. And you can see price is just playing around this zone. Doesn't know if it wants to respect or just blast through. From what I'm seeing right now, price broke through. It's kind of buyers exhaustion's coming in, and now selling orders are about to take over. But again, it is Thursday, so safe scenario, just don't trade. Wait till next week. Let's see if some more volume comes in, and we'll go from there. I reduced my risk. If you guys did see my lot sizes, it's not worth taking the risk, especially on gold. I know you guys, a lot of y'all messaged me yesterday. It was like, what in the world's going on with gold? Triple swap Wednesday. So I think the swap on gold was insanity on my trade. So yeah, I closed them out, and then I tried to scalp a little bit here, there, back and forth, and I'm so sorry, y'all. But again, looking for shorts, and I've got this thing's just wanting to ruin my life for today. But also exciting news, next week I'm going to have a lot of I'm going to try to get 2 special guests on. I'm going to try to start bringing in some other traders on my live to kind of just give their perspective on the market, because I'm sure you guys think mine is boring because it's clean and clutter free. But so there's gold. Now let's go to GBP CHF, and let me show y'all this. And again, I'm selling this. I'm just real quick, we'll go through my little analysis that I do. It takes 5 minutes. I'll go to my line chart. I find my zones. And y'all see, like I'm just seeing real quick where price is touching based off current price action. I'm not going back to 1995. I don't care about price back then unless current price action is in that area. So you see, boom, I just marked up the daily down to the 4 hour. Everything looks pretty clean. So I will go to my candles. And you guys know, like I know a lot of y'all message me on my Instagram saying, can you explain more about this, and this? I base mine off support and resistance zones. That's exactly how I trade. I don't wait for a special indication of anything. I go for zones and I follow the trend. Like if price is coming down this way and we're at a new zone, like you guys know about my heart line, so let me just throw this in there to kind of help with my story I'm about to tell y'all. The heart line for me is just the middle of the zones. This is where I don't like to take trades. So again, we'll just do that there and there. That's enough for current price action. And you can see where I want to take my trades is I like to swing my trades from zone to zone. So it might take 2 days, 2 hours, 2 weeks. That's realistically how I want to trade, because for how I trade with the risk to reward ratio, it works 9 times out of 10 when you're swing trading. If you're trying to intraday trade with a 1-to-8 ratio, it's not really going to work out. You might catch some great trades based off fundamentals and stuff like that, but the market just is not going to move like that. So I see price respected this zone and pushed back down. So I want to say that we're going to have a nice shift of momentum to the downside, possibly to the previous zones. Maybe this little area right here, and I'm sorry I'm putting all these boxes everywhere, but just this was a nice little whatever happened here. This to me looks like some type of fundamental news came out that caused chaos where price just boom dumped right there. But I feel like price is at least going to retest this price area, and then we'll be waiting on next week to see if the momentum shifts, if it becomes bullish. But right now the trend is bullish. We're just trying to ride that little pullback. That's for GBP CHF. I was just explaining that trade that I was in. Now let's go to a trade that we were explained, I believe, last week. And I haven't touched this. I haven't drawn any lines. I haven't moved it. So my original entry that I had explained why I was getting in was 139.447 and prices at 149. So as you can see, the risk reward, it pays out. Look at these trades. I don't even know. I don't think these were my previous trades. I didn't remove the drawings on the Owanda from my UJ, but look at this. This is why you got a 40 pip stop to close to 1,000 pip range for reward on a 0.1 lot, on a 1 lot, on a 5 lot, anything. That's a life-changing trade. Just one trade, zone to zone, just one trade. So imagine if you could consistently catch 2 or 3 of those a month, 4 or 5 of those a year, how much it could change your trading career. Instead, what you guys do that's really detrimental to your trading is y'all try to trade every single candle on the hour. Y'all are addicted to trading. Yeah. And that's not a bad thing sometimes, but if you're losing, it's extremely bad. So you gotta create your plan. Like, okay, I know I gotta work Monday through Friday, and I've got a small window at lunchtime, or when I get off, I don't have time with my kids, so I've got like 2 or 3 hours a day. That doesn't mean you gotta trade every single day of those hours just because you got free time. So create a plan 2 to 3 days out of the week until you can get consistent with it. And I'll say this, I try not to get, because I'll go super left on this, but a lot of people, they'll message me and they're like, man, I don't understand how I can't get consistent with this, that, and the other. And then I say, the first thing I always ask anybody who messages me, I'm like, show me your history, your trading history. First thing I always see is inconsistency with the lot sizes. And I already know what happens. When you're in a profitable trade, what you do is you want to scale in. And this is what y'all do. Y'all have like a 1 lot. And then when it's profitable, you'll drop a 5 lot on a profitable trade. So you'll be up profit on both. And then what happens? The market reacts, comes down, and now you're on your higher lot. You're in more drawdown, and you just wipe all your profits. So then you panic and you close both trades. Then you want to revenge trade, so you open up another lot to cancel out that loss. That loses, and then the snowball effect. And that's what a lot of y'all do. And I see that on your history immediately. So consistency with lot sizes. If you're going to be trading, if your plan is to just trade for 2 to 3 weeks, do whatever you want to do. But for me, I want sustainability. I want to be trading for the next 5, 10 years, however long we're allowed to be trading Forex. So create your plan. And if you're making $200 to $300 a day at your day job, you want to be just aim for a quarter of that. You guys are aiming for $10,000 a day, which is ridiculous. This is why you blow your accounts. Every time y'all show me the videos on your challenges, you guys are throwing 10 lots and 5 lots using the max leverage on your first trade. That's insanity. The prop firms love y'all, literally. So anyways, remember this when I said, well, I'll go far left with it. But UJ trade, absolutely beautiful. Gold, we're still looking for the shorts, but it is at closing at end of the week. Let's look at GJ real quick. Another trade that we went over. Now this was the one I was holding for a while until swap fees were starting to get ridiculous, and then I just closed the trades out. But as you can see, price is kind of reacting. We could probably go to a little bit higher time frames and see where or what's going on with price, because I think I removed all the drawings when me and Corey had our live. Let me just, again, go to the line chart just to show y'all how easy and simple this is. All right, peaks and valleys. Now, I went a little bit too high because current price action, but my entry was right here, so that's the only reason I was going right here. We'll go towards current price action just to see how price is reacting to these zones, and maybe tell us a little story about how next week will play out for GJ. So we automatically see GJ's on a huge, massive bullish momentum, but we have this nice little order flow of just pullbacks. Price is kind of dying out. The bullish exhaustion's coming in, so sellers could be taking over possibly, but let's switch back to candles. And what the story tells me for GJ is, I'm just gonna real quick, how many bearish candles, massive. We got this one, this nice little pullback here, these, and all this. That's a clear indication telling me that buyer's exhaustion is probably coming in. Seller's gonna take over, and we're gonna probably retest this now. This is just a guesstimate. But you see how price reacted to this little trend line, my bullish trend line? Price could, within maybe the next month, come down here, and then for whatever reason, boom, come back and create new highs. But now you're talking, I'm a swing trader, so you're talking a long, huge time frame right there. But now that we have everything marked up, we can go to little smaller time frames and just see what current price is doing. I see that price is reacting to this zone, played out, this area of resistance held, price kind of died out, and now we have this little bullish push right here. Price could be holding this zone right here again. We have our heart line in the middle. This is where I don't like to take trades. If you're an intraday trader, this would be where you like to take trades. I call it the heart line just because price reacts back and forth, up and down, up and down, up and down. And it's hard to base a trade. Like if you're wanting to take a buy or sell, you'll take a buy and it'll react, go to a sell, and then you'll just back and forth all day. So again, I like to take my trades based off the zones and how price is reacting. So if we were wanting to look for buys, we're going to see how price pushed through this zone, come back, retested. We're showing that it's a solid foundation for support, and then we would look for buys. And I'm not even looking at the risk reward. I'm just my stops are always like 40 pips, so 181.8, so 181.4. So that's pretty close. Now, if we were looking for shorts, same thing. Price could respect this area right here, come down and maybe just test this heart line a little bit, and then once it breaks through the support area and come back and retest and shows that it is resistance now, that once support is now resistance, then we look for shorts. And like, if y'all want to ask me, like, well, how do you know? We don't really know. We just look on smaller time frames, and we try to get our a lot of people, what your confirmations like. What in your trading plan is your confirmation? How many confirmations do you need to get into a sell, or how many for a buy? For me, I just look for a break of zone, retest. It's break, hook, and go is what a lot of people call it. Break, hook, go. Same thing buy, same thing sells. And for me, just because it's based off experience over almost 8 years in trading, I do have patience with it. But at the same time, a lot of you guys, you're using too high lot sizes that you cannot handle a lot of drawdown. Where I'm using, regardless if it's a $300,000 account, I'm using a 0.5 lot, $5 per pip. So I can handle 5 days worth of drawdown, and you're talking losing $500 for a gain to 15 grand. So that I'm more than willing to lose $400 to make a $15,000 reward. That's where your risk management comes in. So anyways, if price was to break through this zone and then retest, and sometimes it might do this, like, see all this noise. This is just where patience comes in. For me, if I'm looking for a sell at this area and this wasn't the heart line, and I see prices respecting, I just put my sell with a 40 pip stop. I don't care. I don't care if it's going to play around all day. That's the whole point of it. We're taking educated guesses. Nobody knows, oh, this is definitely a sell, this is definitely a buy. Nobody knows. Put your entry in, use proper risk management, and let it ride. You don't have to just sit there and pull your phone out every 5 seconds. That causes stress, anxiety. That's the best way to destroy your account completely, because then you're starting to get emotional again with your trading. Number one thing to destroy an account, your emotions. All right, so again, I just want to explain that for y'all for GJ. If we were looking for buys, if we were looking for sales, and there was one more pair. I think it was, nope, it was ES1. Now this was a pair that me and Corey, I don't know if this is going to stay. Yes, it is. So I have never traded future. US 30 is the only stock that I've ever traded. But we went over this the other day, and I wish I would have went over this in the live. This was me and him just in the office talking about this, and I was seeing if the futures and stuff, basically if charts are charts, whether it's this. And I know a lot of people, because you'll see the memes, like I can look at weather and you'll be like, oh yeah, tomorrow's going to rain. not realistic, but I was just seeing if stocks play out basically the same as forex pairs and like the commodities and metals and stuff like that. Because a lot of times the pairs, you'll see these like the stocks, they gap crazy, like completely. I don't even know how you count them yet, but like 400 to 500 points, and that's why I was like, ugh, yeah, I don't know if I can do all that yet. But based off what we've seen, price was beautiful. Like I wish I would have talked about this on live, because such a beautiful sell. And the only reason we call this is I put my levels. I seen where price was exhausted, had a nice little pullback, respected this area, and then came back. And I had already had these levels before price was like, I think right here. So price had broke through, and then for 2 days or 2 hours, I don't remember how much it was, I put this little trend line based off a little bit of higher time frame, and price played out absolutely beautiful. And I see, like, this is the next level, 30. So if you guys do see this pair, that's what I'm looking for. I'm not in this, but if I was going to be, I would want to ride it all the way down to 39, 37. Again, I haven't traded. I didn't even know ES1 existed, S&P 500 E mini futures. I don't even know what that is. But anyways, guys, I'm not going to keep a lot more of y'all's time. I know it's Thursday, ending of the week. If you are trading, please be cautious. And we didn't even go over fundamentals, so I'm going to swap over here real quick. I know you guys probably can't see this, but I'm just looking on Forex Factory for Thursday, 4 p.m. We have, okay, see, perfect example, 4 p.m. Powell speaks. Definitely advise you guys to just be closing your trades and getting out of the market, because you all know how Powell reacts to, or how the market reacts to his speeches. So please be careful with that. I'm gonna just make sure, go back over gold, because I love to just test myself with this, and especially if some of you guys are following my trades. All right, yep, gold's still looking clean. See, price was just playing around, and then you give and then market always 7 out of 10 gives clear indication of what direction based off the levels. Once you get pretty experienced on putting your levels, and all I look for is just multiple touches. You've seen when I was marking up for my support and resistance zone, I just look where price hits multiple times. I don't look for for the top of the body, top of the wick, stuff like that. I just go to the line chart, I put my levels, and then when you switch back to candles, you see just how beautiful price played. So again, price was playing around, doesn't know buyers and sellers are fighting. This is the bulls and bears war right here, and then your clear indication. Now, in trading, you know this before I wrap this up, we see a clear indication, this nice little wick. This candle right here could just be this monstrous 400 pip trade right here. But the market doesn't care about our analysis. The market doesn't care about zones. The market doesn't care about trend lines or levels. It doesn't care. Price could literally just blast up, and gold could hit a 100-point trade for today out of nowhere. And that's the possibilities of when Powell speaks at 4 p.m. So don't forget that. I love y'all. I possibly might be on tomorrow with Corey if the guest does cancel. So I hope y'all have a wonderful day and the rest of your trading week, and I will see y'all soon.